boys.
All right.
What's up?
Welcome to another edition of the Cavalry Crew. Tonight we've got Steven, Mitch Ass Mitch, and Rich.
Bitch ass Mitch.
Mitch Ass Mitch and Rich. So let me ask you this. Is it Bitch Ass Mitch or Mitch Ass Bitch?
Wow. It clearly says Mitch ass Mitch.
Yeah.
Jackass.
Welcome back, Mitch and Rich. You guys haven't been on for a while. I know you guys have been pretty busy. Rich, you've been doing your virtual racing.
Yeah.
And football season. And Mitch, we know you've been working a lot.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Here comes another one.
It's been good.
Oh no.
Let's see
Who
if
we
the
got?
Texas,
It's
the
probably
deep,
James.
Oh,
deep
it's Martin.
southeastern Texas boy.
There he is.
Hey y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Hey y'all.
Hey, y'all.
How y'all doing?
I just finished working out in the outhouse.
I just slaughtered my pig.
We got jokes.
What's up, buddy?
What's happening tonight, fella?
Look at that. He even got that Coors banquet.
Oh yeah.
Like
Look at that
exactly
hole. Is that
what
a
I
hole
was
up there?
expecting.
What is that?
What?
Is there a hole in your roof? What is that?
No, that's my door.
No,
No,
up top. There's,
No,
a, there's a
up
hole,
top.
dude.
What is that?
Oh,
Oh,
is
it's
that a
like a
hood?
rail.
It's
Oh,
just
good.
some shit up in the barn and the
Oh.
rafters.
Hey, James. Welcome.
Sorry, I was a little late.
Man, since you had that kid, your hair got a lot grayer. We got
You
Coors
already back
banquet.
on weight.
This fucking guy,
Cigarettes.
dude.
I know.
You got some
Living the American
Reeboks yet?
dream.
What'd you say?
You got some Reeboks yet?
Reeboks? No, not yet.
No.
Let me
Some
preface
Shin High
that.
socks.
I'm waiting
me
until
preface-
I can buy me a Corvette. I get the Reeboks and the jean shorts.
No, man, it's New Balance.
New Balance
Yeah,
the white New Balance and
And
jean
the-
shorts and
and the high rise socks. The
That's
knee
right.
high.
Polo every day.
Got the grass stained New Balance.
Grass stained New Balance. Crazy. With the Daisy Dukes on.
Oh damn.
You can pull off the
Damn.
Daisy Dukes, man. I know it.
Told you we're making a calendar for the Cavalry crew.
out there riding on the lawnmower, mowing the yard every day.
Yep.
At least 6 of the months are just going to be Martin.
Oh, y'all have only been on for like 3 minutes.
Yeah. So let
Yeah,
me
we
preface
just-
with everyone, especially our YouTube audience, that we are all veterans. And that's smoking and drinking. We don't care. So I don't care the rules about smoking and drinking as long as they enjoy it. That's all I care about.
This is
As long as they enjoy it.
Yeah.
One day
if
we'll
you're,
get 'em to
if you're
enjoy it
not
with us.
enjoying it, you better fucking stop.
Well, you know, some people might be forced to smoke because they just can't. They don't have any other vices. So,
Hey, man, I only had to stab 3 guys today
oh really?
to get my fix. It's
So-
getting better.
One of the topics tonight is Doge, and more Doge. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it just can't stay off of the news.
I love
Whether it's
They look this
good
shit up.
news for taxpayers or bad news for the Democrats. It seems like Elon Musk and his team of computer geniuses are going through almost every department of the federal government. I think they've only been through about 10% right now, and they've found so far $64 billion worth of wasted money. So they've been canceling contracts. They've also been canceling all the DEI contracts and the consulting contracts that are part of the executive order from Donald Trump. And they're also going through and finding all the fraud, waste, and abuse of spending our tax dollars. And so far, the number one abuser of it was the USAID office, which is the United States Agency on International Development. And let me tell you, some of the things that they were paying for is actually, I don't know if it's really development. Let me give you an idea here. $20 million on a Sesame Street show in Iraq. Is that development?
What?
Yeah.
And I guess it could be arguably educational development
Okay.
or third
So-
world, but
let
not.
me show you. Let me show you what their Sesame Street probably was.
Oh, I think I've seen that. I thought that was a joke.
I don't know. Is it?
Nobody fact checked that. I'll do
So
it right
let me
now.
show you. Let me show you.
Where was it at? Sesame Street? Where?
Hold on. We're gonna watch a video that they say this was the Sesame Street in Iraq.
Oh, this isn't a joke.
There ain't no fucking way this is real.
Dude, it looks legit to me. Oh hell no!
No, this ain't real.
Hell no!
Oh my god.
Hell yeah. I
Uh,
like this one better than ours.
I was just gonna say that's money well spent.
Wow.
Get out of here!
Hey,
Oh,
they basically
no.
summed up the Iraq War. Right.
That's crazy.
That was basically it.
So I wonder if a lot of that shit is just that's what they're putting it as, and then they're just pocketing the money, like embezzling and shit.
Oh, that's
Well-
100% what's going on.
So a lot of the things that have been going around as far as in the news is concerned is not only so that is just one thing that they did, but here let me go through some more and get your thoughts on it.
It's on fucking Fox News.
So $45 million for DEI scholarships in Burma, which DEI is diversity, equality, and inclusion.
It's Marxism.
Yeah. $2 million to strengthen trans-led organizations to deliver gender-affirming healthcare. $11 million to tell Vietnam to stop burning trash. Let's
Stop
see.
it.
Hey, actually, that might actually be an investment. I don't know.
$56 million to
Crazy,
boost tourism to Egypt.
What the fuck?
Why is it our responsibility to
Why?
boost tourism to Egypt?
It's not even really a safe place to travel. Like no,
No,
one's going,
not at all.
no.
Right.
Like why would anybody?
It should
I want to
be
go see the
in a
pyramids.
perfect world. Yeah, in a perfect world, that would be the safest travel destination. Everyone would go there.
So $2 million for gender-affirming care in Guatemala.
Oh Jesus!
Let's see.
Find
Yeah.
some fucking congressman a boat or senator.
Wasn't there one that was like $1,200 per paper coffee cup?
Yeah, I heard about that.
So, yeah, they were paying $300,000 a day for K cups.
There's no way, dude. Like that money is going somewhere else.
Well, and I'm like, hey, send some of that to. I'll get you guys all the fresh K cups you want for from Cross Sabers Coffee.
yeah, help a veteran own
Help a veteran
business.
out.
There you go. Yeah.
But it was actually going to Starbucks.
Oh,
Of
of course.
course.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's another one. Let's see. $9.9 million to create jobs within the carpet and jewelry sector for women in Afghanistan.
Hell yeah.
Now a lot of these went
that
to,
one's wild.
a lot of these went. Oh, here's one for you: $66 million for Iraq access to a justice program.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because that's going well.
Yeah. Let us know how the justice system is going.
$300 million to build a diesel fuel power plants in Afghanistan.
Is
Oh,
that the
they
one
get
that
to
had
use
no
diesel.
customers? That's the one that had no customers, right?
I don't know if that was the one.
There was one about a gas station that had no customers.
$40 million. $40 million to build schools in Jordan, which I saw these schools and they were crumbling concrete structures falling apart. Someone from Jordan posted a video on X earlier today, and the schools were terrible. They were falling apart. They were never used. We have $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch, that's up your alley, ain't it?
No.
I just want to say, like, there was times where we went to the field and shit without MREs. You know? And
Yeah.
So here's one more for you. Funding to print personalized contraceptives, birth control devices in developing countries.
Yes. You need that.
I mean,
you need that.
I don't get it.
It's all stupid, but why is it even in other countries? Like, I
So
think
what?
it's here, but like,
What's interesting is a lot of this money went to consulting firms, and
NGOs.
somehow all of these consulting firms were in DC. Shocking. And some of the people on the ground, after this information came out, some of the people on the ground, like in South Africa and all that, were supposed to get this money, said they had never received any of it.
Yeah, so where's it going?
Well, let's see.
The wealthiest county in the United States is right outside DC.
Money laundering. These consulting firms have also pushed money towards the USAID money for BLM riots, the protesting. George Soros's organization received USAID funding, and George Soros is the one behind a lot of these protests and paying people to just go do these protests. I mean, who shows up on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. to protest in front of the Department of Education?
With pallets of bricks at somebody's protests, like dropped off ahead of time and stuff, and signs that look they were professionally made.
Wow.
Get out of here.
They all roll up in the back of a U-Haul.
how much are they paying? I'll go protest.
I'll go protest. I don't know, James. I
That's
really
bad.
don't.
Shit.
It's
probably
probably
enough-
not a good deal.
No, James, if we protest, we go to jail. That's how it works.
So it's enough to afford these fat bitches with purple hair and pink hair. It's enough to afford their fast food. So
It's pretty much the people who don't work anyways.
yeah.
It's like getting a bum to fight for like $5. You know he's gonna do it.
We all probably just did our taxes too. Just think about how much you wrote
I did.
on your federal income tax line.
Yep.
You know
Did you just read the line? Did you just
what?
you just read all your on your W-2 how much comes out?
Yeah, man, it's depressing.
When you see that total
paid, like-
number and you're like, no way.
I paid like
Yeah,
14 grand in
right?
federal income tax this year, man.
Mhm.
And you know what's crazy is companies like to go, well, you're saving it for in your taxes. It's like you're gonna get a big check. I go, that's implying the fact that I'm getting 100% of my return back, motherfucker.
Well, people don't realize when they get a return, they're getting money back that they overpaid.
Yep.
So like
Mhm.
they're all like, oh, but I like my tax return at the end of the year. I'm like, great. If you didn't have a tax return, you would just get it
Yeah,
throughout the year.
I'd rather have
Right.
all of that money.
So here's another one that's quite interesting that shocked the hell out of me. $20 million from USAID went to a group related to the key players in the Russiagate impeachment hoax.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I
I'm
knew it was
sure.
real.
I'm sure this makes a lot of Afghanistan veterans happy. $10 million worth of USAID funded meals went to an Al Qaeda linked terrorist group. So
they're
what I
hungry
want to
too,
know
man.
is, we have people in North Carolina still living in tents in the freezing cold, still walking through mud, can't drive anywhere, and all of this federal assistance goes to these programs and everywhere else outside of the United States.
Because they
When-
hate us, dude.
When the hell did the Democrats ever get like this kind of money approved to go anywhere? I don't get
They
it.
approved it themselves.
I think it was Marco Rubio said this, but every single thing that comes out of USAID should be approved in like line item. It should
Line
be
item.
reviewed and it should be reviewed on like a quarterly basis. Who approved this? Where did it go? Who approved this? Where did it go?
Yep.
You should see money in, money out. So somebody should sign for it,
Mhm.
saying they got it. Like all this stuff. Like
So here you
the
go.
fact that we're not doing that.
I don't even know a Buc-ee's that would cost this much money, but $43 million on a gas station in Afghanistan that had 0 customers.
That's the one.
Yeah, $43 million.
A lot of hotel rooms you could get people in North Carolina.
Right? Here's $15 million for condoms to the Taliban.
Condoms.
Isn't East Palestine still like without water too?
No,
What's the update on that?
I think a lot of that stuff is starting to fix itself.
Good.
But it's the North Carolina people and the Maui people, and now in California. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say I know we hate California, but you can't leave them out too. They said their houses are underground.
There's 4 or 5 major sections of this country that are in shambles, and here we are reading about fucking hundreds of millions of dollars going to bullshit programs.
If we were a serious country, it would be all hands on deck right now in these places, rebuilding, helping everybody out.
Here's the thing, though. You have all these screeching Democrats standing in front of USAID protesting what Elon Musk and DOGE is doing and finding in these programs, but you don't see them in the street screeching about people in North Carolina suffering.
No,
because they don't care.
To them,
so they don't care.
It's about ideology and just pushing their worldview. That's what all this stuff is. They wanted to push leftism worldwide.
Oh yeah, I mean every single one of these programs is advancing some sort of left-wing ideology. It's
Marxism, man. It's just straight up Marxism. They want to push Marxism worldwide, make it popular, make it the world mainstream.
I mean, how'd you like to be the guy in Libya that receives the $32 million for advancing LGBT education in a country that throws gay people off the roof?
Let's be honest, though. They're not doing that. They just see free money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Any of those countries that get money from us, right, they're going to behead you if they find out you're fucking gay or some bullshit like that. It's just a free handout.
Yeah.
This shit pisses me off so much. I'm fired up over this stuff. And
I can't wait to see where this goes. And I think the new Attorney General, Pam Bondi, I hope that she takes some of these findings and starts tracking down the bank accounts for where this money went. And we're really going to start finding things out. I mean, one of the things the other day was Chelsea Clinton took home $84 million from this USAID program. What the fuck did she do? And how and why is this program funding charities like the Clinton Foundation?
Yeah, because they don't need it.
Right?
The thing is, that's going to piss me off too, is that they'll investigate all this. They'll start doing inquiries and hearings and files, and all that's going to happen is the media and Democrats are going to say this is political. See, this is Trump being a fascist. He's yelling his political opposite. That's all that's going to happen, even though these people have to answer for this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're always fighting against, like you're always swimming upstream. It feels like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think enough people know now. Like, I think they're probably going to try and do that, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
I hope so, dude. I don't think there will be a Democrat Party if they report on this accurately and everything is like,
boy,
like they're a 31% favorability rating right now. Their fundraising apparatus is terrible. They're talking about investigating ActBlue for all they do. They just had their money, their cash cow taken out from underneath them. They have nobody in leadership that's like likable and charismatic that they could put up. We have people on the bench, man, ready to go. Vance is unstoppable. That dude is unbelievable. Like, good luck to whoever goes against him.
Well, and it's very interesting to see as well that even your moderate Democrats or people with a conscience, the Democrats with a conscience, they're not coming out and saying like, man, this is some pretty rough funding. This is pretty bad. They're not even like, that's how you know that all the Democrat politicians are basically all controlled by the DNC.
Yep.
Because if they come out against this and say like, man, that's some pretty bad shit, you know that they're going to be tossed to the curb.
Well, Fetterman has a little bit.
I see that, but are you gonna tell a 6'5" beast like that no?
No,
Well, let's calm down. That dude's a little slower than most.
he's been one of the ones though that I've seen that's kind of he hasn't come right out like scathing or anything, but he's dropped little things here or there about like this is ridiculous. I can't believe this is happening. You know, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Just give him a coat.
And then
Let him go to town.
I don't
But
like
then you've
Fetterman's. I don't like Fetterman's policies and politics, but you know the guy seems genuine. You know he really does. So
But then you've got 4 hardworking gentlemen on this program here that pay taxes. And then you've got Rich that's part of the left elitist programs.
there are conservatives in this field. You got to find them.
They're very
But I mean,
thin.
when you see this stuff on the news or you see it come across Twitter or whatever, X or whatever else you guys are using for your news stuff, like, what do you think? Like the fact that are we that stupid that we've just not even paid attention to this throughout the years?
I think
Because
Elon.
USAID has been around since 1961.
I think Elon not buying X. Imagine where this country would go if we elected Kamala, dude. I think we were like I think we were like literally like a stone's throw away from.
Well, did you hear any of the audio clips from that 60 Minutes interview? They released the full transcripts and the full videos. Dude, we dodged a hell of a bullet because her vocabulary is not very big.
No, but everybody knew that part.
Right. But man,
You know what?
It was bad.
I don't really mind it. Obviously, what is you as an individual going to do, right? I'm just glad that somebody's actually talking about the stuff again. Because the last 4 years, you didn't hear a single thing other than aid going to a war or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
the Ukraine, which even Zelensky now has said that he's only received maybe about 76% of that funding for the Ukraine war. So where'd the other 24% go?
Biden.
Right? It's all money laundering. I mean, how is it that all these senators and Congress and congressmen that make I think Congress is $135,000 a year, and then Senate is like $168,000 a year or $186,000 a year. How is it that they are all multimillionaires on their salary?
They say book deals, but this is how I think. No, but I think this is how it works, right? They do the thing, right? They write the book on whatever they're writing the book about. That money goes from like USAID to like an NGO that goes to like a publisher, and the publisher gets with the person, buys the book, gives them the book deal. So it's like this weird exchange of cash.
And
I'm not articulating this well, but yeah, so like it still gets to like I don't know, like say Chelsea Clinton writes a book, it's still coming from the same people, but it's being like passed through. So it's like, hey, Hoy, hey, Hoy, will you give Jason this $20? You know what I mean? It's like one of those deals,
right? Yeah.
But they also say that there's a lot of them out there that have these book deals that have never written the book.
Or like they're bestsellers, and I've never seen a single person ever read it, and it's always fully stocked at Barnes and Noble or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like Kamala's book, they say it's like one of the bestsellers of the year, but you go to Barnes and Noble, it's just all over the shelves.
Come on, man! Kamala's book is like a pop-up book from kindergarten.
It was the AI written.
That makes sense.
Well, no, I mean it just shows you how corrupt it really is. When every fail-safe failed, every single angle that you can possibly come at this is paid off. I mean, and we've talked about it before about like EMTs and in first responders. You know, you can't go in there with just the mindset of I just need a paycheck, because you're not gonna. You have to genuinely care about people at least to be successful in that career. It's no different than that. Security. People didn't say it when they noticed the shit.
Mitch, do you generally care about people?
Interesting question, and I feel like I have to be careful right now.
But no, I mean, so is it caring? Is it caring
question.
about people? Is it caring about people? Or are you basically just being a robot, fixing them, giving them to somebody else, and then going on to the next thing?
No, so I would say that I genuinely care, but moreover, I think I genuinely care about my position in what I do, like who I am because of it. You know, I think it's, I don't know, man.
It's like you're at a job interview right now. You're hired.
No.
Now, I'm not saying that you necessarily
What
have
motivates
to be
you?
a social butterfly, but
Well,
if somebody is wounded, you have
Right.
something in you that's like, I want to fix this.
But you have no
or Let me
choice.
help you.
well, yeah. So there's things that are put into place, like like duty to act and stuff like that. Like technically, I could get in trouble if I was.
Fuck.
Uh-oh. Goodbye.
That sounds so cool.
Good luck.
Fucking hang up.
Good luck. Stay safe. Hopefully you heard me.
I don't know how to hang up.
Who was that? I haven't met him yet.
Can you kick him out?
That's Mitch.
Yeah, kick
I
me out,
can.
please.
All right. Bye. Good luck.
Stay safe. Fucking guy's going to be a hero. I'm ready to go now. Let's go. God damn it. I don't know how to fight a fucking fire, but let's go.
That sucks.
Big fires. They're burning the woods all around my house this weekend.
What are you doing?
But
Control burn?
Yeah.
This conversation just got real slow.
Oh, we get back to a Doge.
The national forest.
Yeah.
They're
What is that? The
they're doing like a controlled burn. What they should be in California.
but they should be doing it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're,
but like when we
clearing
do
out all the-
control burns, they lose control.
Yeah.
Every year.
It's because it's Oregon, man, or Washington.
Which is cool because they're going to clear all the trails out with a bulldozer, so I'll be able to ride now out
There you
there.
go.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
look,
all the trails in your
Look, Texas
flat
is
land.
doing what California should have done.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty.
It's almost like you guys are prepared and take things seriously instead of a bunch of pet projects.
What do
As
you
long
mean? You
as
don't
they
want
don't
rainbows
crash-
everywhere?
As long as they don't crash the helicopter. If y'all hear about a helicopter crash in fucking East Texas, that happens almost every year around here.
California's like, well, we didn't do controlled burns, but we did buy a bunch of little mini LGBTQ flags to put all around the government buildings. That'll have to do.
Yeah.
Isn't it
didn't
nice
decide to
though? Isn't it nice though waking up every morning and knowing that you've got a leader now that doesn't give a shit about that stuff, more about protecting Americans and making them prosperous?
Yeah. And there's still the beauty of, like, there's still plenty I disagree with the guy about. But the fact that I know that it's at least being ran by somebody that cares about the country and is going to do what's best for that, I can live with what I disagree with.
Well, and
So,
there's a meme going around of a bowl in a china shop and it's got Trump on it. And it's like, I voted for that.
yeah. Somebody did a meme of you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Daenerys flying over the village, lighting.
Oh,
it up.
yeah.
At the end, they were like, "This is Trump's first 2 weeks," and it just shows her on top like Dracarys. It just,
I mean, the guy is moving at warp speed and the Democrats can't keep up with him.
he's doing what I wanted him to do the first term, and I hated him. That's why I did not like Trump, because I was like, "You said you were going to drain the swamp. You hired the swamp."
The first term was tough.
It was so bad.
did-
It was.
did
So,
you
anybody
listen-
tries to say it was good, I can't.
Did any of y'all listen to the podcast with him and Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
So, like, one of the things he said in there is like his first term, he kind of didn't know what he was getting into.
The show.
But he said he was talking about like this time, like he's going in with a plan, like he's more ready to.
So
well, somebody
I'm
else
kind
was
of
saying-
glad that he had 4 years to sit back and plan and
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
and basically play chess.
I think it
Yeah.
worked out better this
And
way.
and he
Because
got
the
with
first
people.
administration, oh sorry, but the first administration was still so full of grifters and swamp rats, and that was the problem. But now he's figured out how to get rid of them.
Well, I think he knows who the swamp is now. I don't think he actually knew the first time. Like, he knew
No.
it existed and
Yeah.
like it had to be dealt with, but I don't think he knew where it was. I think he had 4 years of them trying to put him in jail, talking to consultants, talking to people that are in DC that know and
Mhm.
everything. And he came in and he went at USAID, what, day 6? Something like that? 7? Like, and USAID, let's just be honest, that's the CIA's piggy bank. That's all it is. And he went at it day 1.
Mhm.
or not day one, you know what I mean, but week one. The first time it was a mess, man. He hired the swamp. John Bolton?
Well,
Come on.
right. And I love the fact that he has wiped out like security clearances. He's wiped out everything you could think of all the swamp rats that have done everything to get us into the situation that we're in. I mean,
We'll see.
let me show you this. Let me show you our debt clock right now. And you're
Is
going
it
to
at 40
see
trillion yet?
just how bad we are. And I don't think Americans realize this.
Where are we at?
It's $36 trillion.
Ooh.
And in the last 4 years, it went up by 11.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Not
numbers.
good. What's our deficit?
2 trillion.
What is all this shit?
That's a mess, man.
Is this
Here's-
like all the spending?
Yeah, that's
so
basically everything.
Here's what DOGE is saving.
It's just look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at it.
What would you, like? How do you even get yourself out of that mess?
Right? I don't know, man. I mean, look at these budget items for Medicare and Medicaid. There's like 37 million people on Medicaid and on Medicare and Medicaid. How do we get past that?
Well, have you been seeing the videos of people who got froze?
What?
Like, have you seen the people that have already had their like EBT, welfare, all that like get cut off?
Oh yeah, I seen a video of some bitch that had like 7 kids. She's like, what am I
Yeah.
supposed to do now?
But
Like,
nothing was
this
cut
is-
off.
Yeah, nothing was cut off.
None of those
They-
programs were stopped.
People panicked. They spread that
Right.
they spread that throughout the day, and then people just started saying like, I didn't get paid today because they're idiots and think like,
Yeah,
They're
No,
gonna pay that
no,
day.
it wasn't necessarily they froze it. Like
it might have been.
they just
fake.
corrected it what was going on. So like the father had most of the kids most of the time. So the state decided, oh, you actually get the food stamps. You actually get what's actually owed.
But look at the debt per taxpayer. $323,000.
oh my god.
It wasn't too long ago that was actually an affordable number by a taxpayer. Now, no.
Like what percentage of the population do you think makes enough to pay that? Like 20, 30% maybe? Most
Less
of
than
the
that.
country sits well below 100,000.
Right. That'd be a
for
double
sure.
income family. But it's
Dude, that
just
gives me anxiety even
unbelievable.
looking at that, man. Holy shit.
Mhm. So
Because this is all
look,
debt we're passing on to our kids and stuff.
right. But if we can get this number to continue to grow, the Doge clock one to continue to grow, we might be able to get this number to decrease or at least slow down. You want to take a look and see how much states are in debt?
Oh, don't show me New
Oh,
York.
you want to see a massive one? Go to Washington.
Let's go check out Washington.
I couldn't imagine New York.
Oh my God! Look at the
Yeah,
debt.
there you go. Yep.
Wow.
$100 billion
Don't fuck
in
with
debt.
us.
Damn.
But
Dude,
look,
New York.
no wonder.
We don't
they're
know where
spending.
it's at. They have no idea.
See, look, Hoya, all you have to do is just send them a $12,000 check, and they'll get out of this debt.
Easy. Let me go check my coat.
Look how many food stamp recipients are in.
I
this
know.
one.
I know.
Dude, New York's
my
is going to be out of
God.
their fucking water.
Well, higher
Okay,
population.
but just
also.
consider the size of our state, though. That's the thing.
Mhm.
I bet
This
you
is a
New
state
York.
you can pretty much go across in like 4 or 5 hours.
I bet you New York is at least double that.
Well, larger population also. But here, let's take a look.
New York's gonna be awful.
Yeah, I mean, 3 million on food stamps.
Damn, dude.
$425 billion.
3
in debt.
million.
Meanwhile,
40,000
I'm blowing through friggin' wheel bearings and tie rod ends like crazy because we got potholes. Size
The
of
potholes. Yeah, in
It's
Buffalo, man, you'll lose your car in those potholes.
dude.
What's Ohio look like?
I bet you Ohio is better. It's typically red states are usually a little bit better with that stuff. Let's see. Big
Oh my
population. though.
God! Look at your food stamp recipients.
My God,
Yeah.
you have a lot of food stamp, dude. Holy cow.
We also have Appalachia. I mean, we
Ain't-
have a lot of
Ain't shit to do out there.
right.
Only
You get
9,000
south
per
of-
citizen now.
You get south of where I live and east of Columbus. That's a major part of the state that is completely unemployed and in poverty.
Dude, think of what we could do for places like Ohio or Michigan,
Well,
like the
let's
Rust Belt.
see
If you could
Texas.
bring back some of
Done
these
did everybody
manufacturing
like-
jobs and stuff.
Let's
Oh,
see
yeah.
Texas.
You hear me, Hoy?
What?
Think about what it could do for like a place like Ohio if we brought back some of these manufacturing jobs.
Right.
That's what Trump's
Right.
doing. That's the whole point
Like,
of the tariffs is to
yeah,
force
dude.
people to manufacture back here.
Cleveland was once upon a time one of the nicest cities in the East, dude. It was a Rust
I
Belt
know.
city, but it was prosperous. Now it just
Look
looks
how many
desolate.
food stamp recipients in Texas. It's all in trailer parks.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 3 million
That food-
food stamps.
That's just Houston.
You have a
Yeah,
lot.
That's just Houston. Is
You have
crazy.
a
Houston.
you have a really big immigration issue there, though.
Well,
That doesn't
right.
surprise me at
That's the
all.
problem. That's the problem. But their debt's not that difficult. Their debt is almost on par with their spending, but
It's crazy. They're like only $1,000 more than we are in debt per citizen
mhm.
because we were at 12 something.
You got to
Right.
give Texas a little bit of leeway, though. They've been dealing with crazy immigration stuff.
Mhm.
Like that costs a lot of money to deal with that. Like
Is
of
there-
the many reasons why this illegal immigration stuff was a disaster is just outside of all the obvious reasons. Just think of like the burden this puts on these states that they have to
Is
deal
there a
with now.
state that's not in the red?
I don't know. Let's look at California real quick.
Oh,
There's
Oh,
no
God,
way
that's-
California's not in the
this is
red. That's
gonna
going
be
to be
a
the
shit
worst.
show.
Oh my God!
Holy-
5.5 million people on food stamps.
$622 billion in debt.
Only 16,000 per citizen. That's actually lower than I
Only.
thought it'd be
It's
for
because they got
California,
38 million
like,
people.
Where would they
What's
be?
Now-
Florida
Hollywood?
look like?
I'll be curious
Go
to
to
see if those
Florida.
numbers. I'll be curious to see if those numbers change when they lose. Basically
All the
all
illegals?
Hollywood stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and all
like,
the-
yeah, all the rich movie stars are having to fucking get out of there.
What kills me though is California has a larger gross domestic product than Texas, but Texas has more manufacturing and more production going through it. I don't understand how California, because California now is basically just a service industry state. There's no manufacturing and shit left in California.
No, you need
No.
a permit for everything.
You can't friggin' manufacture there. You get taxed out the ass.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
All the
afford to
regulations and
manufacture
stuff too. God, dude.
Hey,
Think
check
about
out
it.
Florida.
Hey, Jason, if somebody called you from to California and wanted you to expand your distribution there or something, I'm sure you'd probably be like, "No way."
There would be a
What is
lot that
action?
I would have to go into. Yeah. So California's debt is pretty manageable. Their spending though needs help.
You mean Florida?
Almost
Or
3
Florida,
million on
I'm
food
sorry.
stamps.
Yeah, that's not really bad.
Yeah, it's better than I thought it'd be, especially since they've had a lot of immigration stuff going on too.
Oh,
Well, I
their
was
food stamp-
curious because they dropped all the taxes and everything.
right?
Tax.
But you have to.
Tax.
But Florida also doesn't have a income tax.
Right.
If Florida and Texas had income tax, you guarantee their debt wouldn't be as high as it is.
Don't you
Jason,
put that
you're-
evil on us.
Don't
Jason,
you
you're
put
smart.
that-
You're smart with this stuff. I want to know your opinion. Is there a realistic way that our economy could function without taxes, the way Trump says?
Yeah,
How?
Yeah. national sales tax.
Tariffs.
Like a
So
consumer
there's-
tax?
So
Tires.
no, a national sales tax. There was a push years and years and years ago for a fair tax, which was a national sales tax. It was a sales tax on only first-time purchases. And looking at the numbers, you were actually getting way over. You were actually getting way over the revenue than what you would be getting as a tax.
So how does it
Because,
work?
look,
First time, like a car
so-
or house? Or?
So the first time you buy a car, that tax is paid. Used cars, there's no tax, federal tax. House, obviously there'd be a federal tax, but if you remortgage it or if you refinance it, no. So anything technically used wouldn't be taxed on a federal tax basis. Now your state, your local taxes, yeah, because it was already taxed on the federal side, and there's no income tax. So everything that you're paying out in the federal income tax would be going into your pocket. Those numbers and that study back in the mid 2000s when they were talking about fair tax, and it was John Cornyn, I think, who was pushing it. That study showed how much our federal debt would go down because people would be spending money, and they would have that money in their pocket.
So that's the idea. Then you make it back with the spending.
Yeah, you make it back with your spending. And even Elon Musk has said, look, stop taxing people because that money is going back to them almost twofold.
Hell yeah, I'm going to buy a 4-wheeler tomorrow if that happened.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And
what you getting?
And that money would be going to the federal government, and there's no questions about flaws in the system. There's no questions about tax-free stuff or nonprofits because everybody would still be paying it. There would be no questions about tax fraud. And that is a very simple system. Now, obviously, the accountant lobbyists associations were fighting it because everyone was saying, well, you're going to put the IRS and the accountants out of a job. It's like, no, you're not, because someone still has to file all the sales tax reports and pay the sales tax.
It just feels like everything we do is just to justify another job or another branch of something.
Right.
Well, I don't know why a federal organization is concerned with that. You shouldn't have job security.
Right. So do we want to go through some of these and see who might not be in debt?
You know what I thought was weird? I just got to say this since we're talking about this type of stuff. When I bought this house, my uncle flipped it, and he had to get he had to get permits for all the stuff, right? Like electric, gas, all the stuff. He had to but I thought it was so weird that for everything he did, he had to get an inspection. You had to get an inspection for electric, you had to get an inspection for plumbing, you had to get an inspection for framing, you had to get an inspection for HVAC. And all these people are getting paid. And I would just remember being like, why can't one person just come here at the end and inspect all of this? Like,
it's because every single process of the way, it has to be inspected, because if something's wrong with your electric, you don't want it to be all walled in.
But the work is redundant. What I'm saying is there's got to be a way to streamline that.
Well, and that comes down to local laws and local building codes.
It just seemed like a giant waste. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So Alabama's not really that bad, but they're in debt.
What state is in the least amount of debt?
That's what I'm looking for. Let's see Alaska.
I'm at ChatGPT.
I wonder if it's like maybe Nevada or Louisiana, some states that got big like gambling, like
Wyoming.
Nevada. Look at Nevada. No, now Nevada, that's pretty manageable debt.
A lot of gambling revenue.
So ChatGPT says that Wyoming, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Idaho usually switch in and out.
So here's Wyoming. Oh, that's pretty manageable.
I don't know why I'm using ChatGPT still. I bought Grook. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
What'd you say? Wyoming and
it says Wyoming, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Idaho.
Idaho.
Fuck, there ain't nothing to spend money on in them places.
Okay, so
actually pretty damn good.
Idaho's pretty manageable. They have a small population though.
Man, I'm about to move to Idaho.
I'm about to move
cheap to live there.
I heard it's really cheap to live there.
God, dude.
Hey, let's go back to Texas real quick.
Okay, let me look at Utah real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so Utah's about 7,300 per citizen, but they got I thought Utah would have more population, but I guess it's really just counting Salt Lake City. That's about it.
Not a lot of people on food
in
stamps.
St. George. Not a lot of people on food stamps either.
Well,
That's
whatever they're doing in their state to get people on food stamps, we got to try to figure out a way to mimic that.
I wonder if so. Does the food stamps also include? Does a state food stamp cover a Indian reservation?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because that would be one of Utah's largest problems for their food stamps. So you want to go back to Texas?
I just need to see what the food stamp recipient is.
30,
What is it?
3.4 million.
That's crazy.
So if 206 Torres is looking, you can see 3.4, and that population is 3.5.
This shit is supposed to be temporary. It's in New York. They literally call it temporary assistance, and people are on it for years.
People are on it permanently.
You're supposed to actively look for employment or try to find better employment.
3.4 of the 3.5 population is on food stamps.
So I'm sorry, 206 Torres. I'm just now looking at your comments, but who's 206 Torres? You know him, Hoy?
Yeah, he's one of the Indians. Dot, not feather.
Oh, so he says Utah's not bad. So let's go back to Utah.
He's one of those food stamp recipients.
Yeah, Utah's doing all right though in that department.
Yeah, I mean, but 3.4
really
million population.
It's weird that it's still so expensive to live there.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
If you ever look at houses in Utah, I got curious one day and just looked.
But isn't that like King of the Mormons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's Salt Lake City.
Every house is like 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 350,000 minimum. Seems like.
Probably I don't know, down near St. George. I wouldn't mind living down near St. George because it's
a little cheaper down there.
It's a little cheaper and it's closer to Vegas, but I don't know. So we've realized that Wyoming was pretty good. South Carolina. Let's look at South Carolina.
Well, there's definitely nothing to do in South Carolina. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, they're doing good.
One of the things about South Carolina is they've really ramped it up with their industry and manufacturing.
Well, South Carolina has the least amount of regulations, so that's where everybody ends up putting their headquarters.
I mean, that's where Boeing moves.
I think with these threats of tariffs too, you're going to see a lot of manufacturing come back because I think a lot of these businesses aren't going to mess around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you'd agree with that or not, but these places, they never know if you're just going to get tariffs dropped on them. They might just say it's easier just going to the United States to do it.
That's a pretty low number of debt per citizen on South Carolina.
Well, EPA regulations pushed a lot of people out anyways.
Yeah, but Trump can slash a lot of that.
Right.
$10,000 per citizen in Nebraska.
Yeah, they're not as good.
What's in Nebraska? Corn?
There's only 1.9 million people in Nebraska, so yeah, it's all corn.
It's all corn. It's
all corn.
So the debt per citizen, that's like the average that each person.
If everybody wrote a check tomorrow for $10,316, they'd be out of debt.
The debt would go away. Yeah.
Oh.
Theoretically, I mean, it's always going up.
Theoretically, the debt would be paid off. Yeah.
Their debt.
The state's debt.
State's debt. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pay their debt when they pay my debt.
Yeah. Right. Kansas, which is pretty big in the aviation industry in Wichita, but it's still 12,000 per citizen.
Isn't that where our isn't that Ningayan? Isn't that where?
Yeah, Wynn is there.
Ningayan building fucking jet planes.
Let's see how bad Massachusetts is. One of the worst.
It can't be bad. Isn't it like mostly white there?
Well, no, the problem is that it's all Democrats, so it's a ton of spending.
What did he say?
I don't know what he said. Let's see how bad Hawaii is. There's like no industry in Hawaii other than like tourism.
No, they're building up.
Yeah. They are now.
They're building back better now.
So they get 16 billion in tax revenue, but they spend 23. I mean, does anyone balance the budgets anymore?
What do you mean?
Never forget the
talking
people
about?
that don't like being audited. Passed the bill to increase to 87,000 IRS agents.
Let's look at Illinois.
You know, if you didn't track the number, it wouldn't be a debt.
There is no way Illinois only has that size of a debt.
Why does that confuse you?
That does seem unlikely.
Yeah,
There's no manufacturing in Illinois
because of Chicago.
I'm kind of surprised at the food stamp.
Maybe
Well, I thought that would be bigger too.
Maybe they're a big importer. I don't know.
What
No,
does Illinois provide?
warehousing.
Could just be
It's all
people that-
warehousing. Mostly.
Warehouses, servers.
People have a lot
But-
of
Data centers?
I don't know.
But as much poverty and crime that's in the city of Chicago, I would imagine that food stamp recipient would be up high and
Yeah,
the
that's
debt would be
weird.
high because it's all
Yes.
Democrats.
I question
It's
that.
because
I don't know.
Chicago's all a bunch of YNs.
But they have a high GDP, so that helps.
What is Illinois known for? I'm gonna look that up.
Corruption.
Agriculture, manufacturing, cities, and attractions.
What
Illinois is
attractions
a
in
leading
Illinois?
producer of corn, soybeans, swine, cattle, wheat, oats,
Illinois,
hay,
really?
sheep, poultry. Fruits,
Yeah, I
and
mean, once you get
vegetables.
out of Chicago, it's all farmland.
Yeah. So their agriculture.
Yeah, I mean that
maybe in it.
makes sense.
How's
So here's
Indiana?
Oregon.
Indiana's right next door.
I just never would have thought that they were doing all that.
Oregon has 786,000 people on food stamps.
Is Oregon even part of the U.S.?
Check out Indiana.
It sucks because I feel for it because I know a lot of people in Oregon, and it's like here. It's just Portland is ruining that state.
Look at Indiana has no unemployment.
That's
They're
awesome.
negative. How are you?
Yeah.
How are you negative?
That means they
That
have
means they have
overemployment.
jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? One guy has like 3 jobs.
No, it means they have 13,000 jobs that people
That
could
means
have.
people
Or people
probably
are not on the
have
books, maybe.
people probably have multiple jobs.
That too.
I feel like somebody's lying somewhere.
But how can you
Everybody
have?
in Indiana has 3 jobs.
It could just be a lot of that could just be like unfilled positions.
Yeah, that could be. And 610,000 on food stamps. Those numbers don't match. You'd think that there would be 0 food stamps if everybody
Right.
was working.
If everybody is overworking, there's a bunch of dudes out there making up that negative 13,000. One guy has like 6 part-time jobs, and they're like, "Yep, that's 1 per."
Motherfuckers out there working it.
They work in that corner.
What did that guy say? Everybody in Indiana is what?
3
He
jobs.
has 3 jobs.
Damn,
I'm back.
that was the fastest rescue of
Yeah.
known to man.
False alarm or something?
No. Treat him and eat him.
Treat them and
Treat 'em
eat 'em
and
is
eat 'em.
crazy.
And you guys don't fuck around there. You guys get shit done.
Man, that's some efficiency.
Slap him with the Narcan, kick him out the truck. He's good.
I don't know if I could have taken the shit that fast.
Be like, see you in a couple hours.
Go see your primary.
Didn't even break a sweat too. Mustache looks
So-
good. All right.
Oh, here's what we forgot to look at. We forgot to look at Michigan.
Mm.
Oh, Michigan's gonna be bad. I
Yeah,
know it.
let's look at Michigan's debt.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Debt.
debt.
Oh,
Why your
Michigan.
state sucks.
Oh,
my
1.5 on food stamps.
God dang.
Detroit
Damn.
alone.
That's all Detroit. I'm gonna look that up. Population of Detroit. 633,000 as of 2023.
Okay, so that's Detroit, Grand Rapids together.
Grand Rapids.
Dude, he's not lying.
He's not. I know.
Don't forget, what's the place that had the water issue?
Water issue?
Oh, Flint.
Flint.
Oh,
yeah,
Flint, yeah.
So that's Detroit, Flint, and Grand Rapids all together.
Did they ever figure that out? I feel like we just stopped
Nope.
hearing about it.
No,
We just stopped hearing about it because it was during.
We just
Obama's
stopped talking
term.
about it.
they're all dead.
They're all-
You're see commercials in like 10 years. If you grew up in Flint, Michigan, and you drank the water, you might be
No,
entitled.
we're gonna have commercials like that for hand sanitizer during COVID.
Don't blow my eye.
so So- I do not consent to any Narcan. Don't blow my high. That's pretty good.
James, don't tell him what kind of truck that is.
What?
What kind of truck is behind you?
Truck? Oh, that's my side bud.
That's
It's
your
a
side by side.
Can-Am Defender.
Oh, I thought you said your side truck. I was like, really?
Oh, that side hustling
Side
truck.
truck.
I was
side
like,
hustle
bro, that is not what I pictured you in.
What do you picture him in?
That's my Tesla.
Why does that thing look massive? Now I'm curious, like looking at it. It does look like a fucking truck.
Well, it's probably bigger than most trucks.
Oh shit!
So dark, I can't. Oh, that's cute.
Sounds nice, man.
Watch
Can't
out for
see
that
shit.
heater. That thing is glowing.
There we go.
Oh, it's
Nice.
a minivan.
Little brat.
Yeah,
That is East Texas's FedEx van.
They can't afford the good ones. That thing's probably fun as hell,
it's a booze cruiser.
huh? It's a
Booze cruiser.
You just cruising fucking Corpus Christi with that thing?
Shit, no, I don't take it. I don't take it anywhere near salt water, but it's got all the good shit in it.
Jesus Christ! Look at all them speakers.
We know where James's disability is going.
You gotta slump some trap house music in there.
Hold up in some Fetty Wap.
Damn.
Oh, Betty Wap is
Jesus.
crazy. You need some
Can you
big
even-
X to plug.
Can you even keep people in the seats?
He's got your
What?
damn Can-Am is nicer than my truck, man.
No
I tell you what, that one seat has more speakers than my truck.
I kind of went overboard on it.
You think?
That thing is sick.
You got enough speakers for a friggin' to run a DJ booth?
That
out
thing's
of
got to
it.
be loud as fuck.
It is.
You could hear that fucker from a mile away. I guarantee it.
You be slumping going to the 7-Eleven.
Dude, you got to pull up in Fetty Wap and record it.
So the thing that sucks is when I record it, it doesn't sound like the recording doesn't.
No,
do
there's
anything.
too much.
Because I think I sent y'all a video. We went out to this hunting ranch a few weeks ago, and we've pretty fuckered up riding around. And I think I sent a video, and I had it blaring, but it didn't sound worth a shit.
No, your iPhone's not going to pick that up.
Yeah.
That thing probably was just bah.
Yep.
I got a lot of shit to do to it, though. Hopefully, I get it done this weekend.
What do you need to do to it?
What is left?
That thing looks like you just drove it out the lot.
Well, I was actually doing putting some better brake pads on it right before I hopped on, and I'm doing a clutch kit, a tuner, and an exhaust pipe on it. I'm not doing an exhaust. I'm just getting rid of the Cadillac converters. All my parts are legal in California.
Yeah.
What it says on the instructions. So that's
Well,
pretty-
you're basically just letting the engine breathe natural.
yeah.
So that Cadillac converter, is that like made by Cadillac?
Catalytic.
You old fuck.
Jason,
You go out
imagine
there.
imagine
getting
going for a
sports
run.
fucking service.
Imagine going for a run and covering your mouth.
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant. I just had to.
Okay.
I just had to
Alright,
bring it
never
up,
mind.
man.
How much is the resale value of that?
Horrible shit.
Oh,
Worse
is
than
It is pretty bad. I've got
It's-
friends here that try to sell theirs and they can't sell it for what it's worth.
it's 10 times worse than a car.
Oh my god.
Well, you spent like $35K and get $5K back.
If he's lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
1,500 and a McChicken. Extra mayo.
Yeah. The one I had before,
Shit.
the one I traded in for this one, it was bad. Like I got 15,000 for it, and I had probably 20 in it. I paid 23 for the one that I had, and then like all the extra shit. I had a radio roof, not as big as that one, and not that it had like 700 miles on it, and I got 15,000 for it. So they depreciate way worse than a fucking car does.
Fuck. That's because everyone's out there wrecking them.
hmm
But you can't put a
That's
price
true.
on a good time.
While he's sitting in his man-made barn. Money bags over here.
Yeah. So
I need to go
What do
work
you
for
guys-
the port.
the ports.
Hey,
You should,
speaking
man.
of that, we just got so we're supposed to go back. I don't know if y'all remember the strike that happened back in October. It was all
Mhm.
over the news.
Yeah.
So they extended it to January 15th, and they came to an agreement. And today, they just finalized everything. So we're supposed to be getting all of our raises and stuff by the end of the month.
So you haven't gone to work?
No,
Since
I've
then?
been working. They extended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been at work.
Like you just out here beating your dick every day?
Somebody's got to.
That's fact. You want to be a healthy man, you got to let it go, man. Can't let that shit build up.
It's all dust, man.
It's all dust. They got a pill for that. At the gas station.
Yeah. Take the gas station pill.
Gas station boner pills. Oh yeah, I'll show you. I'll eat it. I'll eat the long ways.
Yeah, Steve, I can see them glizzies.
One bite the fucking foot long.
So what do you guys want to what else is up?
Bro, you
Um,
are. You can go out there and buy honey packs, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Here?
Who you
What?
talking to?
Wise, you know what a honey pack is?
Yeah.
No.
Go to
way.
the Sheets down the street here and grab that shit.
I wish we had sheets. The place is awesome.
I love Sheets.
No way.
We're getting
you're
a-
taking boner
Anytime
honey
I go to
packs.
Pennsylvania, I always stop at Sheets. Never fails.
We're about to get our first Buc-ee's here too. It opens next summer.
I heard we're getting a Sheets here, but I don't know.
I miss Sheets. I won't lie.
I don't know what either one of those are.
Oh my
Sheets
god.
is a gas station,
It's like
but
a
it
gas
has deli
station.
in it.
Yeah,
Where
dude,
you
and they
can
got
go order
great
anything
food.
you want. Yeah.
And you can go and
All
make your own
kinds of different
sandwich,
shit, too.
own burger, whatever you want. You customize everything.
Huh.
How do you
They can make-
how
they
do you
can make
not
shit.
know?
They can make shit too. That's like not even on the menu if you just want to like.
Bro, I
select
used to
which
make like
stuff
a
they'll throw together.
pretzel bun chicken tender sandwich. It was fucking the shit.
I get
And
a
how do you not
cinnamon-
know
I get sausage,
what
egg,
a
and
Buc-ee's
cheese on a
is?
cinnamon raisin bagel.
I don't know what a Buc-ee's is either.
The Buc-ee's part is crazy. I assumed you have
Boosty.
those out there.
No, we don't
Yeah.
even got a Waffle House.
Guys, hear me
You
What?
out.
have a Waffle House?
No, they stop at Ohio.
Oh shit!
No
Guys,
way.
Hear me out.
Yep.
Sausage, egg, and cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel.
Mm.
Do it. Do it and thank me
Sounds
later.
like diabetes.
Buy it.
No.
Nah, nah,
Do it. Do it. Thank me later.
nah.
That sounds like it's not going to help.
I'm gonna pass on the bagel part.
Watching your girlish figure? No, he didn't think that was funny.
What? I didn't hear you.
He said he watched your
Mustache
girlish
got
figure.
serious for a minute, man.
I know, he fucking went
Dude,
straight.
it ain't for nothing,
PTSD on
man.
you. Rich was having flashbacks like, oh man, this guy's gonna maul me.
Yeah, I'm about to get smoked. Shit.
It's that stash, I'm telling you.
Mm.
The Ron Jeremy and he comes out.
You look like you're about to just like tell me to go grab my camel back, meet you out back.
Look at his hand shaking.
So you guys gonna watch the Super Bowl tomorrow or Sunday?
Fuck no.
No. Well, I know
I'm
you
on.
aren't.
I didn't
I'm on
even know it
shift.
was this weekend.
Fuck that, dude.
How many home runs do you need to win?
At least 2. After you
No.
hit a hole in one.
After you get the hole in one.
I think it's gonna hit
Obviously,
waves.
obviously, the Chiefs are playing. Who are they playing against?
Eagles.
The Eagles.
There's a part of me that doesn't even want to watch anymore. And I'm such a
I think
huge
it's-
football fan. It's just
I
was
haven't
gross.
watched the Super Bowl in probably the last 4 years. I think.
I
I feel
just
like
like
Rich is the guy to talk to about gambling on this.
I don't know. I just I haven't been excited about it, and the halftime shows suck. Can't
They
stand
do.
them.
well, they got Kendrick Lamar this year.
Who
Feel
the
like
fuck
the-
cares?
I
Hell
feel
yeah.
like the halftime
Alright.
shows have been very
It's gonna be
liberal.
lit.
Compared to
I
like
hope
who
that-
they usually get, he's pretty good. He's a good
I
he's a
hope-
good rap
It's
artist.
been
Really.
30 years since they've had a country halftime show. Why
I hope
not?
they-
Single-handedly defeated Drake.
Well, that's not true.
Didn't
Oh no!
Chris-
Wait.
1994 was the last country halftime.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna say they had Chris Stapleton, but he sang the national anthem.
Oh, that's right.
Honestly, do you want to listen to a bunch of guys crying about a bar in a truck?
But no, what I'm saying is like right now that is the top selling Creed. Right now. No, but
I'm
like
with
right
it.
now, country
I'm with
stars.
it. He has the garage
Dude,
beer
don't even
right
give me
now
this-
listening to Creed.
Don't even get started on this country shit.
I didn't know people can comment. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we're
can
live.
comment.
You can't get. Don't get me started on this country stuff with that Beyonce award, man. I was.
Well,
ready
hold
to-
on. We're
Oh
gonna-
damn!
We're gonna talk about that later during the memes, but
Oh.
I couldn't believe that like that is the number one grossing music genre right now, and they do not want to put it at the Super Bowl.
country.
Yeah. Well,
And you've got the crossovers right now with Post Malone because he can bring in his fans and all that shit, and it just doesn't
Yep.
make any sense.
country music at its core is very traditional and like patriotic, and they don't want that. They don't want that spread.
Mhm. It's not.
Yeah,
woke.
bring Toby Keith back.
It
No,
didn't
he's
stop
dead.
him at the bowl games though.
We probably listen to some very different country music.
Who?
In
Are
Texas.
you
I
like-
bet.
Country,
What kind of
country
country-
is
Well,
Talking about.
country.
Texas
is
country is different from Nashville country.
Yeah, country is a big tent, man. There's like I'm a huge country fan. Like I appreciate
That's
like
red dirt country. That's
Texas.
different.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate Texas country. I like some of the new poppy country. I like some of the old like everything. It's just yeah, you got to learn to appreciate it all.
Then you got up there in
There's
Michigan.
only
which is
so
just
many
hillbilly
songs you
country.
can listen to about tailgating and losing your girlfriend.
It's not all about that, man.
It's-
What are you
That
talking
new
about?
country, that's all they talk about.
No, it's
all
not.
music has their downsides.
I
All
don't. I
music.
don't know country. Like I like.
It's better than
I
listening
like
to
a
wet
lot
ass
of 90s
pussy.
country and
No, that's lit. See, that's a good time. That's having fun. I don't
When-
want to hear a grown man crying.
I
in a
do
bar.
think
That's-
I do think people
that's
made way
good.
too much of that song. Like people act like that song. Like listen, I don't like that song, but when that came out, people were like, "Oh, I can't believe this music is so degenerate. We never had stuff like that growing up." Dude,
what song?
my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack, all that stuff. Like we grew up on the
really
same
wasn't
shit,
that
man.
long ago.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
we grew
for
up on
you
the same
guys.
shit.
Well, for you guys, Wise was around before any of that was invented.
What song?
Yeah,
were you
I
talking
mean-
about, Pierce?
Like that,
He
I think that was
was
Missy
fucking
Elliott.
watching
But
Ray
there was a bunch.
Charles
There's
live.
all kinds of songs like that. But when WAP came out, everybody was like, "Oh, I can't believe they making this degenerate music." Like we had the same shit growing up.
No, didn't Kamala
No, it
hire
wasn't that bad.
Cardi B for her
Dude.
like
Jason,
her final like?
It wasn't
Wait.
that bad.
whisper. You know that song? Wait till you see this dick. Yo, bitch.
Which for
Wait till you
what?
see
By who?
that song. Oh shit, what was it called? Hold on.
Of course.
I mean, you're talking to a guy that grew up
Oh.
during the big hair band.
It was Yin Yang Twins. Wait, the Whisper song.
No idea who the fuck they are.
2005.
Still listening
Yeah,
to
I've never heard of 'em
Conway
either.
Twitty, man. Come on.
Well, Mitch, you weren't even born yet.
You can't. You have nothing on Father Time up there.
You have to understand, I'm coming from the days of Guns N' Roses and Def Leppard and Soundgarden,
Yeah.
Billy
Stone
Ray
Temple
Cyrus.
Pilots.
How old do you think I am?
No, I'm saying the 2005 comment was just a joke, but I know you're older than that.
Are you?
Maybe.
When were you
Maybe.
born?
All right.
88.
Oh, okay. So
Social security number, date of birth.
Okay. Jason, you know I love you, right? You know I love you,
yeah.
right? All right, 80s and 90s, just a few songs are really explicit. Prince, Darling Nikki,
Okay,
Madonna,
well,
Like a Virgin, Divinless, I Touch Myself,
Madonna's Like a
Oh,
Virgin doesn't talk about
Prince-
pussy.
Prince Pussy
Two Live
Control
Crew,
was
Me So
fucking
Horny.
jam back in the day.
Me so horny. Is...
Salt
Yeah,
and
but-
Pepper, Let's Talk About Sex.
But look, those weren't as explicit as they are now.
Yeah.
Oh, they weren't as raunchy, I guess, is the
Right.
right
Yeah, I
word.
mean, I'll concede that. I'm just saying.
It was
Oh, I
all
get it.
innuendos then. It was
You
all
were more
innuendos.
into like the Queen crowd, huh?
Who? Me?
You.
No, Queen was my parents.
Queen might have been a little bit
yeah.
before your time, right? No? How old are you?
Well, no, I mean they were still putting out music, and then I mean, come on, what was the name of that movie that
Here
Wayne's
we go.
World.
Wayne's
I
World.
mean,
Oh.
everybody knows Bohemian Rhapsody from Wayne's World.
I have coworkers
Although-
that don't know what Wayne's World is, dude.
Oh my god.
No fucking shot.
Yeah, and I want to fucking every time I hear it, I want to slam fuck my face off a wall. I can't. believe
Ugh.
it.
I hate that.
Wise, how was Beethoven live?
I can tell you right now, I do listen to a lot of like country music, like Texas country and old country. But once I get pretty good and liquored up, that
See,
fucker right there.
Torres, I agree with you. Queen made
Ghetto
some straight
fag.
bangers.
You guys would be cheering for a guy with AIDS.
Come on, man. He didn't
Come
have
on,
that.
man. Don't
He
hit me
didn't
with the
have that-
Biden.
He didn't have that prior. So when all of the hits came out, he didn't have that.
He didn't have AIDS yet. He wasn't gay yet.
I can't say he wasn't gay yet, but he didn't have quote unquote AIDS.
Whatever. Queen was the shit. Prince was the shit. All of them.
Prince is one I really can't handle.
What? Purple Rain? I
Yeah.
get down as a Purple Rain, man.
I'm with you on that.
fuck is
The
the
only
song?
thing I did
Purple
like
Rain.
about Prince was that dude could shred a guitar.
I get that, yes.
But
as
I'm
far
with
as
you
his
on his
music-
songs, I didn't care for it. Right.
And Mitch is over there listening to the easy tones of George Michael. So I mean,
Oh, Michael Bublé.
Yo,
George
dude, he helps
Michael
me
and
fall
Wham.
asleep.
He's listening to Wham.
You listen to Wham? Wham's a banger.
I don't even know what that is.
That's the
Hey,
That was
Are we-
so Wham. Wham was George Michael's band before he went solo.
Prince, Pussy Control was the shit back in the day.
Pussy Control.
I get it. Yeah,
That's
I mean
a
that's
banger.
stuff. It's got some really good choruses and stuff like that, but some of those songs that Prince did were just like way out there. You couldn't.
What? To each your own, I guess. I don't know.
It is, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
Why is
Beautiful. That's a beautiful. That's a beautiful thing
about.
about music is no one's really right. You know what I mean?
Hey,
But
all
it's all
right,
objective. It's
hold-
all subjective
hold on.
anyway.
I got one for y'all. Do y'all know who Dwight Yoakam is?
No.
So he did a cover of Purple Rain.
No,
Oh yeah,
I'll have to check
it's
that out.
not bad.
Oh, I know
It's
he's
not bad.
James. He might be a little bit too mainstream for me, but he's Texas. You know, do you like Cody Johnson?
No, I don't.
He's
Well,
pure. He's pure Texas country.
yeah, he redid Traveling Soldier. He did a cover of Traveling Soldier, and it's really good, dude.
I
Check it out.
I don't like Cody Johnson.
No, why?
I just
Mainstream or
yeah.
because he's definitely Texas country. I mean, he keeps it original.
Well, he's from around. He's not. He's from around here.
He's from the Midland area, I thought.
Well, I don't
It's
know.
West Texas.
Yeah, isn't that Midland, Permian, all that area?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's West Texas.
Oh yeah, love it wins.
a friend of mine.
So-
I think he's lying to me. A friend of mine, but said he took his wife to prom back in high school. I think he's lying though, but I thought he was from
He's
somewhere
lying.
around here. But I don't know. I just don't care for Cody Johnson that much. I don't
It's
like.
okay.
That's fair.
So,
Or
Mitch,
straight
what?
to radio.
I don't like.
What
I
do
don't
you-
like. I don't like
Cody
Luke Combs.
Jinx. Cody Jinx is pretty good.
I don't like Luke Combs, and I'm like the only person I think I've ever met that likes country music doesn't like Luke Combs. It is what it is. Sometimes you just don't like people.
I
So,
don't
Mitch,
care.
what is it that you would put? Let's say you're about to go to the gym. What do you put on your playlist?
Ooh, dude.
Katy Perry.
Uh,
Do you ever feel
You got Lizzo.
paper bag?
dude,
You
my
Lizzo is crazy.
my music range is so broad. I don't know,
What gets you
man.
going at the gym?
Right now, and has been for a while, is a
Let the
rapper
dogs out.
called. It's a rapper called Ritz.
Yeah,
It's a white dude from Ohio, Toledo, actually.
that literally only talks about doing drugs.
No,
Meth.
no,
No,
no. He's
not
a really
drugs.
good rapper. He was.
Nothing Going like songs about meth.
Have you heard of Yellow Wolf?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he signed Ritz, and Eminem signed Yellow Wolf. So they're like all on that road. But I like rap a lot.
I'm
I
telling
like anything,
Derek,
dude.
I'm telling Derek,
got-
man, you don't listen to his songs in the gym.
I'm telling Derek.
Any
He
of y'all
hates your
heard Mike
fucking
Jones?
music.
Mike
Yeah.
Jones.
You guys are going so far back.
What?
281-330-8004.
I just heard the most old man. What? What? Who?
Turn your hair nades up.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. I mean, in fairness, I think he had like a couple of like decent
Yeah,
songs in the early 2000s. Only
Yeah,
one of
Let's
them.
be
I
honest.
really-
If Wise heard that, he'd call the police.
He
No,
was
you
like
have to
a,
understand.
Hoodlums doing
he
out
was like your prototypical early 2000s one or two hit wonder. You remember how that type of stuff happened all the time back in the day?
Oh, like
Somebody would
Bubba
just pop
Spark.
up, yeah, and then just
Yeah.
disappear. Yeah,
You have to understand, in the early 2000s, I was running my trucking company and I was working nonstop for 16 hours a day. I did not listen to anything other than like sports talk or something because it just kept me going. It was something different that I could listen to.
That's how you got that 900 credit score, huh?
So he probably had like 10 songs, but 6 of them sound identical.
Isn't
But-
that normal for most?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna call it a night.
All right, Mitch.
Yes, Mitch.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks
Yep.
for saving the day.
Yeah, dude, I felt so dumb, like running out with my phone.
Thank you. Thank you. For
No,
your service.
man. We
Thank
got
you
it.
for-
We
I don't
got
like
Thank you for
hang
your
up.
I don't know what I'm doing. All right, guys. I'll see you.
Stay
it.
safe.
See ya.
I'm in love by T-Pain.
T-Pain.
Oh,
You know,
man.
speaking of people from the past, that dude is highly relevant still.
T-Pain's
Who?
music I still listen to. He's still on my playlist.
What? I have no
Yeah.
idea who you guys are talking about.
I
Wow,
Bro,
probably
he
got-
does
Bartender,
country, he does
Love with a
rock, he
Stripper.
does
yeah, I
acapellas
probably
now.
know.
He's all over the fucking place.
Jason, you've definitely heard I'm in love with a stripper. Even if you don't listen to rap, it's been on the radio
Maybe?
at some
I don't
point
know.
when you were like, yeah, flipping
It's because
through.
we're on live right now. If we weren't on live, he'd be like, fucking.
You know he's getting
jam.
he's getting his Ford tomorrow. and go to
That's
work
what I'd
and be
be
like,
blasting
I'm in
when I'm
love with a stripper.
fisting
You
those
know he's
hoes.
doing it.
I don't know, man.
Are we gonna talk about that Beyonce shit? Because that stuff had me fired.
Yeah. So here, let me show you guys. Let me show you
I'm a
guys a
huge
video.
country guy, man.
He streams on
That's
Twitch.
weird
Well,
because
if
you're
I
from
knew what
you're in the
Twitch
New York
was,
area, Buffalo.
I'm telling you, outside of New York City, this place is almost as red as it gets. Most of
Oh,
the
yeah.
state is rural,
Most of the state is
poor,
all
middle class. Yeah. You go anywhere you go, everywhere you go, there's Trump signs. Outside of Buffalo, Albany, and New York City,
Mhm.
it is red as it gets.
So, Hoy, imagine where we were in Michigan, outside of Detroit. All that was red country. That's exactly what
Yeah.
it's like the rest of the state of New York.
And
No, that
Buffalo
whole
is
area
actually
was awesome.
Buffalo is trending red too. Like
Mhm.
Buffalo only went Democrat. Like I think they went 55-45 or something weird like that. And historically, that's been like 70-30. So like even in the city of Buffalo, because the leadership, I won't get into specifics of Buffalo, but the leadership here has been Democrat for a long time, and it's devastated this area. Like if we didn't have the
Oh, yeah.
Bills, if we didn't, like when we were this close to losing the Bills, there was talk about like what would happen to this city if we lost the Buffalo Bills. Like there's nothing else here. Everyone's leaving. Trucking companies even are leaving. Because now it costs them a shit ton of money to go to Canada where most of their stuff was. So truckers aren't even taking those loads anymore.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, that should save up a lot of fuel, right?
Yeah.
So let me show you this video. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but there was a flight from Denver to Houston on Tuesday night.
Dude, don't say
Is
it.
that the one that caught fire?
Fuck
No,
off.
No. This is the one where the guy was trying to kick his window out.
Hell yeah!
I got to be honest with you. If somebody on my plane tries to kick a window out, they're going to fuck down.
So let's watch this. So the guy broke the frame of the window, and then they.
Yeah, I'd be putting
Here's
that
a
dude straight to
shoelace.
sleep.
Tie him up.
Straight to sleep, dude.
Look at you know how many dudes were ready for this moment? Like I can't wait to beat this dude's ass.
I hate that they're tying him up and not just putting him to sleep.
Well,
You would think they would learn from the George Droid incident not to be on the back of his neck.
So
Dude,
the
fuck
guy
that.
here just tied him up with flex cuffs right there. Like, who's carrying flex cuffs on a plane?
Well, he could be a marshal.
You know, no, stop that, because they just announced that this whole time it's so rare for them to actually have a marshal on a plane.
Right. You just don't know.
They're not.
Where
on
else
the
would they get the
plane.
flex cuffs? Maybe the stewardesses have some stash somewhere.
I
Unless this
guarantee
guy's
you that's
just,
some
like-
fucking.
Well, Jason, you would know
That's
better than
prepper.
any of us. You're into all that stuff. Like,
That's
where
some
would they get
pervert that just carries flex cuffs.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't think
That's
that's
a guy
possible?
that goes.
You don't think it's possible
to
that the
Walmart.
stewardesses have a couple stashed away up over some
No.
coffee cups or something like that?
Mm-mm.
No, because
No.
it's a threat. They would never have that.
That's the guy that goes to Applebee's and full kit.
Yeah. And people don't realize that he's actually just like a straight up
Is he dieting or is he security?
he just loves kink. He's just a kinky dude, that's all.
That dude,
He's
I
a
would be
key
putting that
dude.
guy to sleep. I wouldn't even fuck around with a flex cuffs, dude. You're
You
trying to
imagine
kick out a
getting
window on a plane.
arrested by
You
a
know, paranoid
civilian
animal
that had
flying.
some fuzzy cuffs?
like pink,
No,
pink
dude,
fuzzy
civilian
cuffs.
arrest. Cuffs fucking.
But what's funny is like, so Frontier Airlines didn't even want to press charges.
What?
Yeah, Frontier Airlines.
You're like
didn't press any
30,000
charges.
feet in the air. Somebody's
Yeah.
trying to kick out a window.
Right.
Why do we
Maybe
let
they're
people?
just jealous everybody else is having problems and no one's
When people
talking
do
about
that, they're just embolden that nonsense. You need to go. You should throw the book at people that do shit like that. Deter other people from doing it.
Sucks anyways.
Well, I mean, if you take that on the scale of like the country's spending, I don't think they really give a shit.
If you take into the
Right.
account the time that you have to get to the airport early to get through security and then wait and get on the plane, you could probably drive, most places for just a few hours more.
Yo,
Unless you're going across the country or something. Like short flights, I don't see how those are making any money anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like to fly from, Dallas to Houston, those are
yeah. Well,
flights all the time. But
I wouldn't even fly for that. I would just drive.
Yeah,
It's a 4-hour drive.
Anything more than 4 hours, I usually try.
I can get to Dallas in about 3.5 hours.
Well, you're not even anywhere near Dallas, or you're not anywhere near Houston.
Yeah.
You're a little bit further out of the way.
Like I don't know. Houston is an hour from Houston, so
Well, yeah.
This might be a dumb question.
I can get to Houston in like 45 minutes.
This might be a dumb question, Jason, but what would happen if you actually kicked out the window on that plane?
Well, actually, so there's multiple layers of windows in there.
Okay.
But if he actually succeeded in busting out the window of the actual frame of the plane, it would be a rapid decompression. And it happened on that Southwest flight a few years ago where that woman was sucked out of the window.
So when you say decompression,
That's going to be you.
What is fuck off, Hoy.
I'm too fat for that.
when you say decompression, what do you mean by that?
Rapid decompression, meaning that all the air was sucked out of the plane, because the plane is actually the plane is full of pressure.
Right.
So what happens if you shake up a can of Coke and you pierce the side of it?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay.
That's what happens with the plane, because the skin and the frame of the plane is flexed at full pressure when you're at 30,000 feet or whatever, because it has to be the same pressure that you took off in at surface level.
So it basically suck everybody out.
It would suck. Yeah. If the holes were large enough on the plane, it'd suck everybody out that wasn't secured in their seat.
What would the chances of the pressure making that hole bigger?
He's really stressing.
Where are you flying to?
Fucking Nashville.
Where are you going?
Oh yeah, that's great. I thought you were flying into DC.
I am. I'm going to DC and then Nashville. I don't know why.
That's definitely the one that's going to happen next.
Go fuck yourself. I never used to even think about flying, dude. I never cared. And now recently, with all the shit going on, I'm like, fuck.
So I'm going to say all them hours spent in a C-130 without a fucking toilet.
Dude, I don't think I could have given a shit less about when we were flying to Iraq and all that stuff. But now I'm paranoid.
So as far as making the hole bigger, it all just depends on the pressures that's on the skin of the plane and the frame.
How girthy it is, huh?
Well, no, like how weak it is. So if there's a hole in the plane, then you've got all this rushing air. It all just depends on, does that rushing air cause the holes to get bigger?
Or you just wanted to say girth. That's all
I did. I just wanted to say girthy. You got that big girth.
So
yeah.
I think
girth times length.
I think the plane thing was just kind of that one in DC was like just a freak accident, and then
here's a deep.
Plane crashes and shit happen all the time.
Dude, we've all looked at lights with NVGs on. We know what that looks like, man.
So
here's one of the issues with that one. The helicopter was 100 feet above its max altitude.
They were like a mile and a half off course too, weren't they?
No, they were right on course on the Potomac that they're supposed to be, because they were in the helicopter lane. The problem is that they were 100 feet above altitude, and they were probably wearing something that gave them a blind side, a blind spot in their vision. And if you think where that helicopter was flying to where the airplane was coming, the helicopter was in the airplane's blind spot. But they revealed today the transcripts so far of the black box of the airplane, and the proximity warnings went off immediately, and within a second the plane was nosing up. But the problem was that the helicopter was already too close, and it was also going up in altitude. So the pilot error on the helicopter, it's going to come down to pilot error on the helicopter side. And and they're all blaming the air traffic controllers and all that stuff, but you clearly hear in the transcripts the air traffic controllers and the helicopter acknowledged that they had traffic in sight.
It kind of pisses me off though, because I thought we were going to get more transparency on this stuff for this administration. We're not off to a good start with this, because I feel like
you have to understand NTSB investigations last multiple years anyway, because they'll actually piece everything together first. They'll get the transcripts, and then you have all these analysts with the NTSB. I mean, all you have to do is just watch that show, Air Disasters, and you're going to see how long it takes. The NTSB will put out a preliminary report, which is basically just everything visual that they know at a 50,000 foot level of what they suspect. That'll be in 6 weeks or 6 weeks from the accident. And then it'll be another year. What?
What about the Pentagon? I would think the Pentagon and the State
Then it'll
Department.
and then it'll be another year or so when they come out with the official report, depending on how long it takes for them to actually investigate causes, mechanical stuff, all that other stuff. They go through every single layer, every single piece of the investigation that's possible. And because it's the NTSB, the military will now just work with the NTSB. The military won't come out with their own findings. The military will work with the NTSB because the NTSB is over all air accidents that involve American soil, American planes, and American companies that are flying planes. So
me and my friend were talking at lunch today because we seen something on the news again about a plane that crashed in Alaska, like one of those fucking bush planes.
Yeah.
And those things are like.
So Alaska has the largest amount of general aviation accidents in the U.S.
Yeah, because they're like landing on rocks and shit. They fly hundreds, and that's how a lot of people in Alaska.
And that one had 10 passengers on. It was going from Ukalakalik or something like that, Alaska to Nome, Alaska. And the problem with Alaska is you just don't know. There's icing issues that could happen. There's a lot of mechanical issues that can happen in Alaska.
But like the thing we got to talking about is it's like because of what that fluke of a plane crash that just happened in DC. Like if a plane fucking spits and sputters, it's going to be all over the news now.
And these last three accidents, these last three accidents could have happened in November. They could have happened in summer. They could have happened at any time. It just happens that it's a coincidence that they all happen at the same time. And
you don't think it's odd that like the pilot was so young and she worked for Biden or any of that stuff? You don't buy into any of that?
No, she was being recertified because she was on a check ride.
But I wonder if she was even qualified to be doing it, or did she get like pushed through some kind of one of those programs to? No,
she was already a pilot, but because she had worked for the Pentagon for so long and it was her time in the National Reserve or whatever she was in, it was her time then to get recertified, and she was on her night check ride. It's something I've done. It's something everybody else has done. But the only thing is that I didn't wear nods. Mine was all in the hood, which is instrument rating.
Oh, that's
I think it's weird that they have military like helicopters, especially flying in that area anyway. That specific area.
Fort Belvoir is right there.
It's such a heavy airport, though.
If you look, there are specific altitude limitations, and there is a specific route that they have to follow.
Did they ban all that though?
No, it's all right there. If you go look at airspace maps right now, you're going to see all the different helicopter, tunnels or funnels that I call them, or helicopter tracks that they have to fly in. And so that one was right on target. She was flying in the path that she was supposed to, but the biggest thing was she was 100 feet over her elevation limit.
Okay, then why was she 100 feet over? Why do you think anyway?
That's something that's going to come across with the recordings, and they haven't released the recording of the helicopter.
She fucked up, Rich.
Certainly she had to have gotten plenty of corrections.
It's just a fluke accident. Is all
it is, and it's going to wind up being pilot error. And what sucks is the fact that she had her instructor with her and a crew chief behind her. So how did they, all three of them, not see that plane? I think really what it was it was coming at this direction. It was in their blind spot. When ATC called out traffic ahead, there was a plane ahead of them to their 5 o'clock that was taking off in front of them. And I think that's what she thought that the traffic that they were talking.
Do they have any radar instruments in those?
Yeah,
Of course.
and they should have traffic proximity warning system. And I don't know how the military. I don't know how they do it because the military is so much different than civilian aircraft.
I would think that at a minimum that thing would have been beeping or ringing like crazy inside.
It was with the with
The
the
jetliner.
American Airlines jet. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's when they started to deviate and they were doing a go around. But I don't know what military aircraft have as far as proximity warning systems and whether or not it was turned on.
I think it's just a fluke, and then now for the next couple,
It's going to be an accident.
if an airplane fucking misfires, you're going to hear about it in the news.
But I love how they're blaming Trump. I mean, the guy had only been in there for 8 days, and then a plane crash happened. I mean, it's not his fault.
Dude, they blamed it on Hexath, and it happened on his first night.
Yeah. And it's not like any of the rules or any of the executive orders that he passed had anything to do with any of this.
Well, when you're in the military, you're not a human being. You're an asset, and there's a price number on you. So I wonder what the asset loss was for a trainee pilot, a coach, and a crew chief, plus a multi-million-dollar aircraft to all go down at the same time. Like, what is the actual value of those 3 people that the military's like, fuck, we got to replace that asset?
Well, it is expensive to train pilots. I mean,
no, it's 100%.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Because what is basic training by itself? Like 120, 150K per head?
Oh, I think it's more than that, isn't it?
A pilot is always training.
I don't know.
Because it's a perishable skill.
Oh, I found that out because I started getting into flight sim stuff, like combat flight sims. And I actually found out that a lot of like pilots have to train at home like a certain amount of hours, like with like different simulators and stuff like that. So like when they're home on their day off, they have to do like so many hours of flight sim.
And what's your VR system?
My wife is out flying right now. She's just went back to work this week. She's up in Wisconsin, I think.
Ooh, cold up there.
Yeah.
So, and then the one in Philadelphia, that one's probably going to wind up being mechanical.
Yeah, that one seemed obvious. They probably just lost
because that one definitely stalled, and then it they just couldn't gain altitude and they couldn't level off.
It's sad though because they had then they have like a couple kids on there. One of them like just beat cancer or something like that. That's what I heard.
Something like that. It was. I don't know what hospital they're at. I don't know if they were in Philadelphia.
He didn't find the cure for cancer, did he?
No, that one. And also that is a Mexican plane, and that plane and the crew and all that's from Mexico. So that'll come down to maintenance. I don't know, because I don't know what kind of maintenance it had while it was in the United States. I don't know. That one's going to come down, like I said, to probably a mechanical error or mechanical issue.
If they enter U.S. airspace, don't they have to adhere to our maintenance checks?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's actually international laws and stuff like that, but it's also the aircraft. The aircraft has its own maintenance schedule and everything. And I just don't know if they, if they used an FBO here, which is a like a flight base operator, as far as like they're the ones that fuel everything. They're the ones that do contracted maintenance. They're the ones that do all the other stuff on planes. I don't know how that one was set up. So we'll find out. Same thing. 6 weeks, they'll do a preliminary report. And then about a year or so after, depending on how difficult the investigation is as far as, everything involved.
Rich.
Yeah.
What's your racing system? What is that? What do you have?
My man cave is, do you want me to show you, Jason? Show Jason?
Yeah, go ahead.
My man cave is a little messy right now, but let's see.
Because you got the full sim, right? Like the seat and the wheel.
Oh, I upgraded. You guys didn't see the monitor, I don't think.
Oh, damn! You really upgraded the monitor.
Yes, I got.
What's in your tower to run all that? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a pre-built PC. But yeah, that's the
Oh, you don't
wheel.
even know.
I have a sequential and H pattern shifter. Got the pedals down there, screen.
God damn.
Yeah.
What are you racing? What are you playing?
I don't know
iRacing.
if the 206 Torres is still in here, but he has a system too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Let's get it, man. Hit me up.
I don't know anything about that.
I haven't
stuff,
raced
but-
much this week though. The tracks change every week, and this week sucks. Well, the
What-
tracks don't suck.
what do you-
I just suck on these tracks that they have this week.
What do you play?
iRacing. It's like a sim NASCAR racing.
Oh,
It's like a video game, but
Oh, it's white people racing.
way more in depth. Like NASCAR drivers and shit like that use it to train. all
Left
the time.
turn.
And
turn
and,
left.
Turn
and-
left.
and there's a bunch of NASCAR. There's a bunch of NASCAR drivers that came from iRacing too, like William Byron, Rajah Caruth, Alex
No
Bowman.
idea who they are.
Yeah,
I didn't take
Come on, man.
NASCAR. Just
you gotta like it's like you're probably like old Xbox games. You probably like tinkered with a NASCAR game on Xbox or something, right?
yeah.
This is like that, but you're in a cockpit. You actually need a wheel and stuff. You have to track your tire temperature, make sure you're saving, preserving tires. It's very in depth. The track is slick. You can lose your ass end real easy. Everything's very real, very real.
Do you think with what you've learned on there that I could throw you in a Supra and you could go do it?
A Supra? I don't know. Man. I think that if you put me in a cup car by myself, I'm going to be very clear. I could probably make it around a track with a decent halfway decent track time and not wreck it. If you put one other car on that thing, realistically, with how hard it is to really drive that kind of racing, I would probably kill somebody. To be honest,
There was
What kind of wheel is that?
it's a Logitech Pro.
Oh, Logitech.
there was a movie about that came out
And I have
long ago.
hold on, that guy asked real quick. It's a Logitech Pro wheel, Logitech Pro pedals. I have a Moza H pattern, the HGP, and a Moza sequential HGP. And the cockpit is a Logitech Trophy something. Can't remember what it's called.
Well, now we know where your disability check goes.
Fucking I can't play hockey anymore because Army fucked my back up. Sucks.
Oh, the baller Logitech. That's that VA check going to that fund.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a really expensive hobby, but honestly, it's worth it. And once you're in it, it's not so bad. Unless you're one of those.
Do you
people
at
that's
least have a
constantly-
chance to make your money back on it?
No, I mean I race in money leagues and money races and stuff, but I'm never going to recoup from that. If I'm lucky, I make $50
Oh, I got you.
per win, and maybe one out of every 5 to 10 races I might win on a good week. It's really hard, man. People are really good at it.
Yeah, you're probably dealing with like 12-year-old Korean kids.
No, actually, surprisingly, a lot of the community is like 40s, 50s, 60s. I played with a guy.
Just a bunch of boomers.
Dude, I played with a guy.
Can't play anything else.
I played with a guy the other day who claimed he was 87. He sounded like Herbert from Family Guy. It was pretty funny. But he claimed he was 87.
87 hitting the VR racing.
Hoy, we can't play anything else because like I've tried getting into Call of Duty and that shit, and like I'm in there for a second, I'm dead. I can't do that shit.
Because your eyes don't work too good no more, Wise.
I would rather just continuously turn left.
I can't.
Dude, I have such bad ADHD. This shit just shuts my mind off. So
See, I want to try it too after hearing you guys talk about it.
yeah.
Heck, he's saying the setup feels pretty realistic.
Yeah, I had so my fiance's family, they all dirt race, and I had her dad get on the dirt version of it, and even he said like, yeah, this feels pretty good. He was like, this feels like what you would expect. Like obviously you don't have the feel of a real car, and you're not all that,
Right. Well,
you know,
yeah.
but he was like, this is close, man. You know.
All right, so
That's sick.
moving on, let's talk about some country music. Let's go back to country music. And
What's
I'm gonna
that
show you
one
this.
that just came out?
I'm gonna show you this meme. If
He's
y'all didn't
slapping
know,
on my booby cheeks.
yeah. So if y'all didn't know, the Grammys were this week, and all the country stars that are out there, everyone that's making banger country music right now, making a shit ton of money with it, and filling stadiums, they all got beat by Beyonce
Yeah.
with her one country song that really isn't even a fucking country song.
Morgan Wallen.
Texas.
Morgan Wallen was not even nominated for the
Right.
award. He sold 2.7 million copies, and
That's because
he sold out Nissan Stadium.
he got
4 nights in a
arrested at
row.
a bar. He lost
If-
his opportunity.
Chris Stapleton too. I mean, it's fucking crazy, man.
That's not
Stapleton-
what America wants to see. Overweight white men.
Stapleton, Wallen, and Lainey Wilson would have all been more deserving of that.
Oh, yeah.
Than, even Post Malone probably would have been more deserving.
There's 4 common things to those people.
Yeah.
Skin color.
Such a slap in the face too to country music. That was wild.
Oh yeah, it was. It was pretty rough for me to hear that all those country stars lost out.
I'm really
To-
surprised that y'all are this fired up about country music.
Dude, imagine being Morgan
Don't
Wallen.
say y'all, like it's those two. Okay.
At one point in time, Morgan Wallen had his entire album on the top 100.
Thank you,
The entire
Torres.
album.
Thank
That
you,
meme is
Torres.
fag.
I'm not that big on Morgan Wallen.
Thank
The
you.
thing is, you don't have to be big
Whether
on him.
you're
but he
big
is
on them or
killing it.
not,
He's killing
it's
it.
just the fact that that is where country music is moving to. But it's the fact that it's still country music, and
Yeah.
these guys are still able to break into this industry as country artists, and then they get fucked over by someone who never made a country song in her life, came out, made a fake country song, and now she won a Grammy for it.
And country is like the
let's be
one genre.
realistic.
Country is like the one genre, or country is like one genre I think right now too that's been on a rise. Like as far as like, Jason
right.
mentioned earlier with popularity, but like for the longest time, the issue with country is there wasn't really like a whole lot of big stars. Like you had Al Dean and stuff like that, but there wasn't like any huge stars. Now you have Stapleton, Wallen, Wilson, Post Malone,
And-
Luke Combs. So you have all these people. Country music is booming. This would have been a great
Well, no,
opportunity
I mean-
to like. This would have been a great opportunity to like recognize real country music.
But also the fact that some of these guys can be found on Sirius XM on the highway, which is the country station on Sirius
Country,
XM,
yeah.
that is all of today's hits. The fact that they can go on there, have 1 or 2 good songs, and be the highway find that they're called nowadays, and then they're filling up stadiums and going on tour. It's not that easy for your wet ass pussy people.
It's just country music has been on it's been on like a resurgence, and it would have been my biggest frustration. It would have been a great opportunity to like continue to push country music and like in a good direction and recognize somebody that if you want to give it to a woman, fine. Lainey Wilson, would anybody ever disagreed with that? I'm not a huge like fan of like I don't really like female country. It's just like I'm not really into that, but like her shit was good, like really good.
That ass.
That ass
You
was
just
good
like
too.
that album cover.
But if she would have
and
won,
then-
if she would have won, I don't think anybody would have really disagreed with that. They would have been like, "No, that's a really good album," you know.
Yeah, but
Well-
you look at also the rock awards went to MGK.
Yeah.
He's practically a transgender.
That stuff
at
is
this
just
point.
Didn't John Rich? Do you guys know who John Rich is?
Yeah.
So John Rich tweeted about
Big
this.
and rich.
Yeah, John Rich tweeted about it, and people are asking about it. And he said these awards are not even really be taken serious. He said it's really just like publishers and stuff like that
Yeah.
exchanging party gifts and money for awards and recognition.
The awards anymore for anything, whether it's Hollywood, TV, or music, they all
and-
suck.
And he made a good point. He actually said he's like, and I didn't even know this necessarily, but he's like George Strait never won.
Yeah.
You know, think about that. You know,
But
He's
how's a guy like
mediocre
George
at
Strait never
best.
win a Grammy?
yeah.
Because
And when
never
he
had a
said
hit,
that, when
that's
John
why.
Rich said that, it made me think. I was like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good fucking point.
George Strait never had a hit.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Whatever.
He's
boy.
got more hits than
It's like the
anybody.
Godfather of country music.
Here we go. There we go. Let's get him fired up. George Strait didn't even do country.
So the last
hit that
meme of the
concert.
week. Go ahead.
No, I went and watched his farewell concert. It was one of the coolest things I got to do towards my time in the Army. That farewell concert.
Oh,
Saw him in
my-
Waco. I
Yeah,
saw him in
he's-
Waco. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's done
Slow
had
down.
like 19 farewell concerts.
I was about to say, which farewell did you
Right,
go
well,
to?
it was
There's
the
like
one-
20 of them.
I think it was the last one because I don't think he's been on tour since. But
Yeah, he has.
has he?
He just was
Okay.
recently, last year.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it was his farewell tour. Whatever. It was a great
Yeah,
show.
he's done like 20 farewell concerts.
Yeah, 100%.
The old man just don't want to give it up.
So
So he's like,
one
he's running out
one
of
more
money.
meme. I've got one more meme of the week, and this one is for Rich specifically because it was good seeing Rich come back on the show, and hopefully this doesn't scare him away from the show.
I'm laughing when it's Cartman from South Park playing WoW.
Bathroom.
Oh, Josh Allen. That's my MVP right there, baby. Let's go. Oh, man.
Bathroom.
Hey, you know,
Bathroom. Mom. Bathroom.
Bathroom.
was I think the real question is, was that post made on a Thursday? Because it's okay on a Thursday.
Is
We
it?
all know this. Yes, we all know this. Stop. You
Well,
know.
hold on. It doesn't mean you don't love your penis, right? He's not saying he loves penises. It just says I
On a-
love penis.
On a side note, like the Bills, obviously that shit show of a game, but seeing Josh Allen get the recognition is awesome. As a Bills fan, just not only for the organization, like we haven't had one since Thurman Thomas. We've been mostly irrelevant until Josh Allen came around. He's such a good human. He's such a fantastic football player. For him to finally get recognized like that is awesome.
This
dude.
post was on July
Get
27th,
recognized like
2012.
this.
What was he doing in 2012 that he loves penis so much?
Probably being a high
Probably got
schooler like all of us.
dared. Yeah.
Honestly, think about it, dude. If
Probably-
Twitter was around when we were kids, like, how much stupid shit would we have posted?
Oh, we have Facebook. Oh, we know.
Somebody probably grabbed his phone.
A bunch of big circle jerks in high school.
He's kind of
He
lame because
loved-
he only got
he loved
142
penis.
likes.
He does love penis. Now he's got
Wasn't a
now
big
he's got
star
now he's got
player.
Haley Steinfeld though, and she's a smoke show. So
Honestly, I thought the Bills were a high school team.
What?
dude, if you would have told me back when you guys knew me in the military that the Bills would be sitting where they are right now, I thought we were just
No.
testing for fucking forever mediocrity.
I
You wanna
want
know
to give
what
you
high
the
school
fact
team
that
is?
you've been a hardcore fan for
The high school team are
as
the
long
Browns.
as I've known you.
Dude, I used to get off mission, go to the MWR to watch the games. Remember?
Yeah. I've never seen a man cheer on another man so much.
Yeah, I love cheering on other dudes.
Got to cheer the boys up.
He likes those hot, sweaty men.
I used to get off of
Spandex.
2-day missions and drag my ass at MWR to watch us lose a game to the Pittsburgh Steelers 35-7 or whatever. First sergeant
like
Lanu would
those-
be in there like, what are you doing watching this bullshit?
It's like those Ford memes.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
get
forgot what I was supposed
railed
to
out
name.
by your girlfriend's dad. What it's like driving a Ford.
Dude, all the leadership that used to see me in there watching the games too is just not. I was trying to watch a game and I'm getting shit talked to me at the same time. It was miserable. Like I'm watching the
You
Jets
asked
run
for
for
it.
360 yards or some shit, and all I got is like, leadership sitting there just talking shit about the Bills. I'm like, I know we suck, God damn it. Can you just let me have this? I got nothing else. There's nothing in Buffalo.
There's nothing else
There's
here.
nothing in Buffalo. It's all snow and ice for
We have
6 months
chicken-
of the year.
We have slamming chicken wings and roast beef on wick is awesome. Other than that, not much.
Are your wings even that good? Let's be
Dude,
honest.
Yes.
Speaking of snow and ice, remember I told y'all a few weeks ago it was going to be like swimming weather for you guys up north. It's like 75 degrees right now out here.
Yeah, I know. You guys are about to have a heat wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Meanwhile,
I mean,
my-
it was 85 today when I left work.
my
Holy
driveway is
fuck.
an ice rink, and I can't do anything about it because everyone's out of rock salt.
It's been like 33 here. Low 20s, high 20s, low 30s.
Yeah, we've been stuck in the freeze since January 1st.
You're still frozen in your house?
Yeah, everything's still froze over.
Snowmageddon?
Dude, Elon Musk hired back big balls.
Oh, he hired him back?
Yeah. Basically said like he doesn't like what he said and what he did, but he has a right to say it.
You know, and
You
I
know what I mean?
agree. So, for context, Big Balls is one of the DOGE workers, and he was called out by a Wall Street Journal article or writer, or a Washington Post writer. I can't remember which one, for racist tweets back in the day. Which,
Yeah.
who the fuck cares? I don't
Leave
care.
the man alone.
People can't have a sense of humor.
He's just American.
And also, like, people can believe what they want. Who gives a shit? It's like,
And
that's-
whether it
that's
was
the
racist
point.
or not, I haven't seen it, but who the fuck cares? Why can't we have an opinion on things anymore?
A lot of people
If he's-
believe a lot of stupid shit. I don't like. Who cares?
If he's doing a good job, for Doge and finding this shit and everything else, that's what we need. I don't care if, like I said, I voted for this and I voted for Trump to be a bull in a china shop. So whatever they can find and whatever they can do.
Dude, I plugged
good
my
with it.
nose. I plugged my nose and voted for this because you guys know how I felt about him from the first term. I plugged my nose and voted for him and hoped that it would be better, and I am elated. It
Yeah.
is exactly what I wanted to see him do the first time. He's finally doing it. I have no complaints. I don't like the whole. We don't have to get in a whole other segment. The only thing he's done so far is I don't like the Gaza talk. You know what I mean? But I don't have to agree with everything that somebody does to support.
Well, the biggest thing for that is if they have stability, jobs, and they're able to make a decent living, whether they're there in Gaza or whether they're moved to Jordan or anywhere else where they to be assimilated with their people, that's the only way the Middle East is ever going to have peace.
Yeah, but you're talking about boots on ground, which is he ran on not doing that. It would have to. You can't do it. You're not going to get.
We're talking Israel, and we're talking them. They bring in the contractors. They do what they need to do to clean it out and actually build. And what I'm telling you, this is going to be like the new Vegas.
We'll see, man.
The Gaza Strip is going to be like the new Vegas.
I don't know.
These people wipe their ass with their hand.
Not in Israel.
Do you think not in Israel? Don't lie.
I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only thing so far I don't really like. It's a little much.
He knows what he's doing.
I hope so.
But it's not going to be boots on the ground. This is going to be more of a basically a big bulldozer coming and clearing out all the rubble and everything else like that. And then you've got massive construction projects.
But then
you're expecting like Dubai 2.0.
Yeah,
I think they're just going to bomb the shit out of it again, dude. You're going to build it up. They're going to level it again.
Not if they assimilate to other places and allow them to get out of Gaza and actually move to where they belong. That's why people, some of them were on, they were posted on Twitter the other day or X that after he said that, some of the people in Gaza actually want to have a life and they want to actually go where there's in industry and commerce and allow them to actually have a life. And I'm not for the Hamas side that just wants to rain terror. I'm for the people actually in Gaza that just can't get back and forth and do anything or go anywhere, that they just want to have a lifestyle where they can just enjoy their lives and work.
And I get that. I wonder how it's going to work in application, and I just worry about it just being another wasted venture by the United States where we spend a shit ton of money and get nothing out of it.
It's not going to be our venture though, and he knows that.
I hope so. I hope he has a plan, because I don't like the idea of U.S. troops going there and building fucking hotels and all that other. I don't want anything to do with that.
No, it's not going to be U.S. troops.
Well, first, Israel doesn't need troops there. They could do a lot more damage than what they've already done.
I think this is a way
you risk pulling in Iran and stuff. I don't know. That shit just makes.
I think this is a way to collaborate with Dubai, collaborate with a whole bunch of other countries in the region to actually develop the Gaza Strip and actually have it as a place where people can live freely and have a job and actually look. If you look back at all these years and all these countries that have been harbors of terrorism, what is the one thing that's keeping them down from actually not having terror in their lives? It's an economy. It's commerce.
They don't care about that.
Here's
I just don't think Palestinians
Because
give
that's
a-
all they've known. I mean, they've always known just to, what'd you
every
say?
time.
Attack
It
Israel.
just seems like every time we try to help these countries, they just spend it on
Because we're not
RPGs.
doing it the right way. I
Spend
think
it on RPGs.
Pierce, I think I said this when we was in the army together. You need to take a chill pill, man. You're nervous about shit.
Me?
Oh yeah,
I'm chill.
you're
No,
You're not a
pretty
chill
wound
guy.
up about
Really?
stuff. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
I don't even feel remotely fired up. I was more fired up about Beyonce.
No, I don't know. I just think that look, the man has a plan, and he's had a plan, and it's not just something that he came up with Netanyahu in town. I think he was waiting to release that plan for a long time. And look, after the Abraham Accords, where they actually opened up commerce to all the other countries with Israel, and they all had an actual partnership. I think that is since then they've actually had this plan, and he was waiting until he was back in office to launch this plan.
Do you think they'll get Greenland?
Greenland, I can see how Greenland is strategic. Look, we don't have any bases anymore. We used to have a base in Iceland.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the town, but what is it, like Reykjavik or something? We used to have a base there. It hasn't been there for a long time, and I think that is a jumping point where we should have something strategic, just for the hell of it.
Especially with the use of the trade routes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a poll that was like 57% of Greenland wanted it, but they're fighting so hard against it. I feel like if the U.S. is offering and the people want it, put it on a referendum or something.
Now, how about what about Canada? Are they going to be the 51st state?
Zero chance. It would be a strategic. It would be. My opinion on it, I think it would be strategically stupid though. You're basically adding another California. They're gonna get 2 Democrat senators. They're gonna get probably 4 or 5.
But here's the thing, though. We can't have the best economy in the world if we don't absorb another country like Canada.
And I get that, but it comes at a cost politically.
It comes at a cost, but also it comes at a much more of a revenue afterwards.
I think we should.
You got to remember that these people have basically been running their country like a bunch of Cuban socialists for 20 years.
That can easily change.
Yeah, I know the
thing I hate is we would have to absorb the stinky French out of Montreal.
Beautiful city. If you ever get a chance to go, check it out.
It's a shithole.
No, it's gorgeous. Dude.
I've been there.
You gotta go to the right spots. It's like any city.
Guys doing coke on the street.
Oh yeah,
that does happen anywhere though, really, but it does happen in Montreal for sure.
And then
absorb Mexico before we do Canada.
Mexico is so controlled by the cartels. I mean,
Mexico, there's no way Mexico. There's no way Mexico could ever be a free state.
No, the only way Mexico will be a legitimate country is if we went there and like literally liberated their people, because they are
we literally already have done that. We've marched straight into Mexico. I forgot what we were there to get or why.
They're so controlled by the cartel, dude. And now there's rumors that this Gallegos or whatever, the senator from Arizona, is actually tied to the cartel.
Yeah.
So we might have a cartel member in our own fucking government now.
Right.
That's cool.
Do you have like a Tommy gun, Nerf gun in your corner?
Yeah, airsoft.
Yeah, and that Gallegos, he wasn't even. They're saying he's not a legitimate elected official because there's so much election fraud in the state of Arizona. I mean, they made him a senator from Arizona, and there was still like 500,000 votes to be tallied. Yeah. And the margin of error on between him and Kerry Lake, it was like 200,000.
I'm like apprehensive about like having federally controlled elections, but I don't know. Something's got to be done about the elections because it's crazy.
We'll see what's going on though. I mean, we'll see what. Like I said, we're just now in the stages of this administration, so there's going to be a lot more that comes out. I think sooner than later. So let's just
keep pushing ice, and we're good.
Keep pushing everything. And I think that we're going to start seeing a lot of things come out. Now, if they start finding all this fraud, waste, and abuse, and they start tying it to people, do you think that these people should go to jail?
Absolutely. They should be hung for treason. Grab the torch and pitchforks.
Tar and feather, and then hang them.
Tar and feather. Why not?
I don't know.
Bring the death penalty back.
Where is our West Virginian at tonight?
He's
He was
sicker
sick.
than dog shit.
Oh, is he?
He's out there sounding like he's
these
dying.
Fucking goobers. Republican Senator Jerry Moran is going to oppose defunding USAID. A Republican doing it. I hate these people.
what?
Man. Republican Senator Jerry Moran is going to oppose defunding USAID.
It doesn't matter.
It's always our own, man.
So Marco Rubio, who's the Secretary of State, he already rolled it up into the Department of State now with people actually overseeing it.
Good.
And he laid off 10,000 of their employees.
I just hate that we always fight back against Republicans.
He only kept 294 employees.
Just want to know who in Kansas is electing this fucking goober.
Right?
Win.
Win.
No win.
All right, boys. Well, that is our show for tonight. I'm gonna call it an end. We're at 2 hours and 6 minutes.
They break up.
That was a good show. Hey, listen, don't forget, follow us on Rumble, follow us on YouTube. Check out our Facebook page because we put posts up. We update everybody if we're going to be on the show or not, or if we're going to be live that night or not. Smash that like button, follow us, everything you can do. Other than that, have a great weekend. Stay out of trouble.
Later.